Are you ready for your lower body blast? We have ankle weights for this workout. These guys are about 4 or 5 pounds for reference. As always, use what you have and you can absolutely feel the burn without any extra weight at all. So we're going to go ahead and start onto a seated position with lots of mat behind us. We're going to reach our arms forward, relax our shoulders back and down, and take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Tuck into that pelvis and round all the way back down for me. Reaching the arms overhead and circle them around. Let's go ahead and scooch our bum a little bit towards our feet, or our feet a little bit towards our bum. And let's have our hips, knees and ankles all in alignment. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, we peel our bum and roll all the way up. Hips come up, ribs stay melted down, and roll all the way back down. Tailbone is the last thing to unfold. And again, tucking our tail, rolling all the way up, keeping our legs like a little piston going straight forward and melting all the way down. And last one, we're going to stay all the way up for me. Now, from here, I want you to raise our heels up off the ground and lower them back down. Lifting our heels into that releve and lowering back down. See if we can get all of our weight equally distributed across all of those little toes. Good, and we're going to do 3 more, keeping relaxed in that head, shoulders, neck and collarbone. And last one for me, can we stay lifted? Walk our feet in towards us, keep our heels lifted, keep our hips up to the sky, and put all of our weight into our right foot as our left leg comes up to a nice leg extension. I'm going to get you to pulse the toe up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that leg, lower it down, level off the hips if one's dropped. Put all of our weight into our left foot as our right leg comes into tabletop. Extend that leg up and we pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the leg, lower it down and melt all the way down. Tailbone comes down last, lower those heels down. Gorgeous. Let's roll onto our side prop position. Let's have our head propped for me. Let's have our back lined up against the back of the mat. We're going to extend our lower leg on that diagonal, and we're going to lift that top leg up and just pull that leg out of the way by holding onto that ankle. From here, let's flex the bottom foot for me, and let's lift that bottom leg up and lower it down. So really think about those 80s aerobic outfits. Good, Jane Fonda, Suzanne Summers, and, or if we're from the UK, the Green Goddess. Anyone remember her? Yeah, very inspirational for a young child, very impressionable. We have 5, good, and 4, let that lift come from our inner thigh, and 3, and 2, last one, can we stay lifted? Can we pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we go ahead and can we do small little circles from that inner thigh for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we reverse for 5, very small, 4, 3, 2, 1, and can we lower it down for me? Can we stack both legs and laterally rotate the legs? Can we lift the leg up towards the torso and can we lower down? Can we get fancy with those feet? Can we point the toes as we lift and flex as we lower down? Good. Again, we point to lift and we flex to lower. So I want you to imagine that you have chopsticks between your ribs and your hips, and we don't want to break that chopstick in half as we lift that leg. So we have 5, flexing to lower, and 4, and lowering down. 3 more, keeping everything relaxed in that body. 2 more, and last one, stay here. Do small little pulses to that body for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Give everything a little pat. Let's come onto all fours for me. So we're onto all fours, hands are underneath of our shoulders, and we're going to walk back into that plank position. And of course, we can absolutely do a plank from our knees. I'm going to do it from my toes today. I'm going to lift up my right heel to the ceiling and lower it back down. And again, nice long leg. And if we're doing this from our knee, one leg will be bent, the other will be extended. We have 5 and 4, keep our shoulders out of our ears, 3, belly button to our spine, and 2, last one. Can we go ahead and draw the knee into our chest as we round our back and reach it back out. Again, rounding our spine, knee to our chest, and reaching back out. 3 more, and 3, and reach, and 2, and back out, and last one, and reach. Lower the foot down, drop down to our knees. Send ourselves back in that rest position, and then come on back forward. So our elbows are now coming down onto our mat. Again, our elbows are underneath of our shoulders. Zip that belly button up. Now, from here, we're going to bring our left leg to a hydrant on an exhale. So we're lifting that leg to the side and lowering it back down. And again, we lift that hydrant and lower it down. We have 4 more. Neck is nice and long for me. And 3 more. Making sure we're not dumping into that right side. 2 more. And last one. Now, can we go ahead and come up onto our left hand? We come up into a hydrant. We extend the leg, tap it down, lift it up, bend, and lower the hydrant. We lift, reach, tap, lift, bend, and lower. Last one. As we lift, extend, bend. How are those chopsticks doing? Bend and lower. Good. From here, coming up onto those hands for me. I'm going to get you to extend that leg that we were just working, so that left leg nice and long. Point the toes, lift our leg up and lower. So we're really working both sides of this little complex. And we have 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Can we keep our leg nice and long? Can we flex the foot and draw our heel to our bum like a hamstring curl and point the toes as we extend? Can we flex and can we bring it in and point to go away? Flex to come into the bum and point to extend away. And we have 4 and reach and 3 and get long and 2. Last one, stay bent, and we pulse up to the sky, like we're stamping that ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down for me. Good. From here, hands are still underneath of our shoulders. We're going to come into a one-legged arabesque. So basically, it looks like this. It's like we're coming into a downward dog, but we're reaching that left leg up to the ceiling, and we're bending, placing the foot down and lowering our knees down. We exhale to lift up and reach, and bending the knee, placing the foot down, and slowly, gently bringing our knees down. We have 3 more, and slowly bring it back down. Now, watch what your hips are doing, guys. We want our hips facing towards that floor. What we don't want to see is to be turned out like so, okay? And last one for me. We lift and reach, point the toe, and we bend. Foot comes down, lower down. Send ourselves back in that rest position for me. We can make a little stack fist, one on top of the other, and come into that rest position if that's more comfortable. And then, without further ado, oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and hit that second side. So rolling back up, I'm going to go ahead and swing on around for me. So my elbow is propping my head up. My bottom leg is on that diagonal. My top leg is going to come up and come out of the way. So nice and relaxed in that chin chest area. Flexing that bottom foot. Let's go Jane Fonda as we lift from that thigh and lower back down again as we lift and lower back down. And we have 8. Really letting that inner thigh lead the way. 7. Good. And 6. Keeping relaxed in the upper body. And 5. Almost there. 4. Keeping that foot flexed. and 3, and 2, and last one. Can we stay lifted and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we circle forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. And it doesn't look much like a circle. If you're feeling like that, guys, that yours doesn't look much like a circle, neither does mine, guys. It's okay. And 4 equal opportunity circles, and 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Beautiful. Extend that top leg for me. So we're going to have laterally rotated, and again we lift up towards the torso and we flex the foot to lower down. We point to lift and we flex to lower. Again we have 5 and lowering it down. How's the length doing? 4, keeping everything else relaxed, just that leg moving, and 3, and 2, and flex to lower, and last one for me, and lower down, lifting up, stay lifted, and pulse towards your torso, still keeping length. So the only thing that's limiting how far your leg comes up is how much we can keep everything else in neutral. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Gorgeous. Give that leg a little bit of love, and then come on to that 4-point kneeling position. So again, nice and neutral neck, so there's no creases or wrinkles in the back of our neck. And then we're going to step back into our plank or come down into our half plank position. Or we're going to lift our left heel up towards the ceiling and lower down, lifting our leg up but keeping our pelvis square. We have 4, good, and 3, and 2, last one for me. Now, can we lift up for me? And can we round the back as we draw our knee to our chest and reach it back long. Draw that knee to that chest and reach it long. 2 more for me. And 2. And get nice and long. And last one. Feeling length, lower the foot down. Drop down to our knees. Go ahead, come on to those elbows for me. Take a nice inhale to prepare. Exhale as we lift our right leg up to our hydrant. Inhale to lower. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to lower again. And we have 3. Again, making sure we're not dumping into that left side. 2 more. And last one. Now, coming up just onto our right hand, stay down onto our left elbow. We hydrant. We extend, we tap, we lift, we bend, and we lower. Again, we lift, extend, tap, lift, bend, and lower. Again, just 2 more. Extend, tap, lift, bend, and lower. Last one as we lift, extend, tap, lift, bend, and lower. Gorgeous. Come back up onto those hands for me. Extend our right leg nice and long for me. Again, relax our shoulders back and down. We're going to lift that leg up and tap it back down. We lift it up and we tap down. So we're only lifting up as far as our pelvis can stay completely still. So what we don't want to do is kind of like this position, okay? So despite what the Instagram will show us, we want to think about really keeping it targeted just into that glute and not letting it go into that lower back. And 2 more. Last one, can we stay lifted? Can we flex the foot and draw our heel to our bum and point to extend away? Flex to draw in and point to draw away. And 3 more. Good, keeping that leg up high. 2 more, keeping the pelvis square to that mat. 1 more, stay here. Can we pulse up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering it back down. Now, get ready for our 1-leg arabesque. Take a nice deep breath in. Tuck the toes, lift into a downward dog and reach that right leg and lower the foot to the floor, lower our knees to the floor. Just going to readjust that wardrobe. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as we reach and control back down. Just 2 more. And that's really important, that control back down. So we don't want to slam those knees into the floor. Last one for me. Good, reaching and lowering back down. Go ahead, send ourselves back into that rest position, whether our arms are extended or whether we're going to come into that little stacked fist on top of fist and our forehead is just a cherry on the top. Breathing here, and then we're going to roll all the way up. We're almost there, guys. So let's swing our legs around the front for me, and then we're going to go ahead and come into some roll-ups. So first things first, I want you to reach our arms nice and long. Take that full body stretch. Don't worry about our ribs flaring slightly. Don't worry about our back coming up off the ground slightly. And then we're going to organize by lifting those biceps up so they're in line with our ears, melting those ribs down for me. And go ahead, bring our legs together and let's flex those feet. We're going to inhale as our arms come up, exhale as our belly button comes into our spine, and we come over those legs, rounding the back, looking towards the navel, rolling back down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reaching the arms. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale like we're wearing a seatbelt, but we're reaching our fingertips forward and rolling back down. Keep our shoulders away from our ears. And then last one for me. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale as we dive over. Rolling back down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms are coming down by our side. Now, we're going to build up to a 3 movement complex. That was move 1, our roll up. Move 2 is our roll over. So we're going to have our arms down by our side. We're going to bring one leg up into tabletop, the other leg up into tabletop. Back is going to be down onto the floor. We're going to extend our legs nice and long to that 45 degree. Then we're going to come up and over for me, rolling back down, making sure we're not crushing that chin into that chest. Nice and slow, slow, slow. Lower the legs down and bring them back in. Last one. We go ahead, reaching away, lifting our legs up and over. Again, making sure we're not collapsing into that chin to chest. Rolling back down, one vertebrae after the other for me. Good, lowering the legs to 45, bring them into tabletop. So hugging our knees in. Now, that was move number 2. Now, move number 3, we're going to have our feet down to the floor. We're going to have our arms reaching overhead. And then we're going to take a nice deep breath in and exhale as we come up into that sit-up for me. Chest is proud, tailbone is tucked under. We're just going to do a couple more of those for me. So go ahead, inhale as our arms come up. Exhale, chest comes up high, looking just on that diagonal, tailbone is still tucked, and melting back down for me. Let's circle our arms all the way around, and let's put them all the way together. So let's organize our legs. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to have our legs long, feet flexed, arms overhead, biceps in line with our ears. Inhale as our arms come up, exhale as we dive over. We're rolling back down straight into our roll over, lifting our legs up, coming all the way up and over for me, rolling back down for me. Go ahead, bending the legs, bring our feet into the floor, reach our arms overhead. Inhale as the arms come up, exhale as we come up, 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 up. And go ahead, melting all the way down, straight into our second repetition. Inhale as our arms come up. Exhale, we dive over those straight legs, rolling back down for me. We go ahead, we lift the legs up and over, don't collapse into that chest, rolling back down for me. Bending the legs, feet into the floor, reaching our arms, inhale as our arms come up, exhale as we reach up, 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 looking on the diagonal. Last one, rolling down, reaching the arms and the legs, flex those feet, reach the arms up. Exhale, diving up and over, rolling back down for me. Grounding that upper body, those arms, reaching the legs over, melting back down, one vertebrae after the other, bending the legs, feet into the floor, reach the arms, inhale to the arms come up, Exhale as we come all the way up on the diagonal. And then go ahead, bring the soles of the feet together, let our knees come out to the side and fold forward, reaching a little bit from side to side, rocking and releasing. Taking a nice deep breath in, and then as we exhale, come to a still, build that spine, help those legs together, and those words you've been looking for, you my darlings, are all done. Fabulous job, and I will see you next time.